Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here. Today we're just going to be quickly looking at the patch 6.57 notes. We don't have a whole lot else going on, but this is actually a patch that some people have been waiting for a very long time, and it's one that should not take this long to get to. But with that, I think you know what's in this patch. At least if you're a raider, you already know. You knew to expect it. Yeah, it's that one. But anyway, we don't have much else going on, so let's take a look at the patch. So the first thing that is in the patch notes actually caught me by surprise as I scrolled through before I started recording. They are increasing the amount of Vesper Bay Aetheryte tickets that are available from the main scenario by a significant margin. Now, I did think they needed more of these. I found that I fell a little short. It felt like they got me just enough, like, for most of the visits, but I recall a handful of visits afterwards where I really just wish, man, I wish I still had a Vesper Bay Aetheryte ticket. Not to mention that that's way more than you'll need it, so now there's just a few extras in case you ever need to go out that way. Not that it's bad with flying anyway, but nobody's going to turn down faster traveling to Vesper Bay, especially after A Realm Reborn. Now, going down into Miscellaneous over here, when certain visions are in progress in the Island Sanctuary, players will now be able to speak with the Felicitous Furball to receive hints about how they may be realized. You know, I hadn't really thought about that, but I haven't done the newer visions in Island Sanctuary. Like, I pretty much stopped at rank 10 and I have not gone back since then. So maybe the ones later were more cryptic. I don't know. Either way, you know, more guidance never hurts. It's a nice little, bonus to throw in there before we send it out the door going in the Dawn Trail. The number of Allegan Tomestones of Comedy offered for completing one line of Chloe's Wondrous Tales has been increased from 50 to 3. I don't think they've ever done that with the Tombstone reward from Chloe. I don't recall that ever being a thing, but you know what? You're not going to see me complaining about that. That's going to definitely put it on some people's list of things to do when it comes to just getting the one-liner. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that we knew was coming. I actually thought it was 6.58 that this was coming, but I've had a lot of people fact check me on that and say that it was going to be 0.56 or 0.57. Savage tier is unlocked. Oh my goodness, this shouldn't take this long to get to. Everything. Treasure coffers now always appear. Always the maximum number of rewards. Weekly restrictions on rewards has been removed. Weekly entrance restriction has been removed. Players may now proceed to directly any circle. Players may now receive the power. Wait a minute. I need to fact check that. Has it always had echo or the ability? Was that a thing? I don't remember that. Hold on. I gotta check patch 5.57 now. Did that happen there? Is it 5.57 or 5.56? I guess it's 5.57. I'm trying to go back to the old patch. Why is Gamer Escape's version of it popping up before the official one? Like, the official one was like 6 down. It did. Wow. For some reason, I don't remember echo. Huh. I don't do a lot of PF, but I did do a lot of PF when Eden unlocks. I'm shocked that I don't remember that. Either way, there's now 10% echo for Anabasios Savage. I didn't remember that was going to be a thing, but it was, and there's past precedent to say that it was always going to be the case. So enjoy your easy clears. And now is a good time, by the way, if you're someone who's looking to getting into raiding for Dawn Trail, I recommend taking advantage of that and just trying to dip your toes inside of Anabasios with some fresh prog parties or early prog parties or whatever. With the 10% echo, most PFs are going to, roll with that. They're not going to turn it off 99% of the time. So it's a little bit easier to get in, feel a little bit less pressure. There's more health, there's more damage. So there's a lot more leeway with things. Obviously, still have to do mechanics, but that helps a lot. And it'll definitely be a much lower pressure situation than when you go into the first tier of Dawn Trail if you're someone who hasn't raided before. So you're going to see a lot of people memeing around on jobs they don't usually play as well, but all the same, just makes it easy to fit in and just try to learn things as you go. Thalia is also added to Duty Roulette Alliance raids, which also did happen with Tower of Paradise. Now I'm fact checking with 5.57, which did have some other like Bozja specific things. Tombstone cap doubled. And hence why the Chloe's thing going up to 300. Yeah, I don't see anything like that. I very much agree with that decision. Shatter's also getting some adjustments. They're speeding up the matches, it looks like. Amount of data required to win has been decreased by 400. Goodness gracious. And the amount of data gained from defeating a member of an opposing team has been increased from 5 to 8. I like that. I definitely like more of the onus being on defeating opponents and less on everything else that Shatter asks you to do. But, you know, all the same, that works out. That's good. That's good. Additional instances have been removed. I've been waiting for that, dude. Hunt train runners have been waiting for those instances to go away for so long. Open beta for Xbox Series X and S begins. Now, we already know this is Wednesday, February 21st. However, it appears that everything is now going to be patched in with 6.57. Still a lot of kerfuffles about the whole Game Pass being required thing. I've said my piece about it a handful of times, but I'm sure it's going to be the tippy top of discussion from February 21st onward. Obviously, you won't see it much in Shout Chat because it's free trial stuff, but you know. And then resolved issues. Tim Milan's animation didn't display correctly and Stars in the Dark. Moogle Treasure Trove first hunt for Genesis Rin, the Borderland Ruin Secure was erroneously listed in the Mogpendium. An issue wherein the Japanese kanji conversion stops working during text input after disabling live conversation, and other minor text issues. We've had a lot of minor text issues in this expansion. And then it looks like all the known issues are related to the Xbox. Graphics do not display properly. Chat mode toggle keybind stops working. Sound of footsteps doesn't play correctly under certain circumstances while the listening position is set towards the character. An issue wherein the keyboard enter key does not function properly in the launcher. Should you encounter this issue, a mouse or controller can be used instead. Issue wherein the controller's directional pad or keyboard arrows do not function correctly. Those are pretty important buttons, hence the reminder of using the control stick or the mouse. Thank goodness the control stick is there. It'd be hilarious if it was like, by the way, the control stick doesn't work either. So, you know, you guys are kind of SOL on that one. Better go get a mouse and plug it in. Either way, 6.57, real quick info, but the raid tier being unlocked is, of course, going to be the big highlight for this one. But anyway, yeah, we're just on wait. I'm really, really surprised. I think I've said this like every video for several weeks now. I'm surprised we haven't gotten any interviews coming out of the JP Fan Fest. Normally they do like a media roundtable with all the different media outlets, and then we get them all released at the same day. I mean, maybe by the time I'm recording this, it's already happened. I've just been kind of chilling all day. Maybe it's happened. Maybe it'll be out tomorrow. I don't know. I'm just shocked that we haven't seen anything. And it's been a little while since, you know, JV FanFest ended. So this is all the news we're going to get till probably next, at this rate, until the next live letter. So enjoy. With that, I'm going to wrap up the video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, I bid you adieu.